You can go first, Jose, because you always politely raise your hand.
Lindy, obviously not the result that you wanted. We talked about it in the last post conference you had. You guys are great on the road. What is it about being at home that it gets a little bit tough?
I don't know. Maybe coming back from the road, coming back from the travel, honestly, our last two practices, they've kind of felt like they've had to be light just because we felt like we've played a lot of games there and we want to try to save our legs for the game, which didn't seem like we had very many legs this game either. So maybe that was a wrong approach. But, it's getting towards that end of the season where it's really a grind. It kind of feels like it drags on a little bit. I mean, we're into month 5 of our season. We have a lot of young players, and I don't know if they've ever focused or concentrated on one thing for this long ever in their lifetime. So, but I don't know. We typically play better at home. We definitely typically shoot better at home. So I don't know what the jinx was today. I guess maybe it was me, but we got to be better tomorrow.
Boise State came out running in the first quarter. They looked like they were ready to play. You guys kind of looked a little sluggish there in the beginning. Jade took over the game. She pretty much had half of Boise State's points. What was it about her game tonight that you guys just couldn't stop her?
Well, she is a phenomenal, talented player. You look at her stats. Obviously, she is very capable. She is kind of, I guess, maybe what I would deem a streaky shooter. She's capable of going 20 for 28 or, 1 for 28, to be honest. I think maybe that's just, she is very, very talented. And, she's the type of player, though, like she goes in a couple early ones, like, holy moly, she's throwing it in the ocean because the bucket gets really big for her. And yeah, I mean, I agree with you. She kind of totally took over the game. And then I don't know if our young team just couldn't, they got so caught off guard or amazed, maybe, I don't know, because she was hitting such tough shots. Maybe they were in awe just like everyone else was. But, we got to, obviously we got to change up our game plan a little bit with her tomorrow. But the effort, it just wasn't really there.
So final question for me. The fourth quarter is the bright spot of today's game. You guys did outscore them in the fourth quarter, which is a good move going into tomorrow's game, obviously. But with about 4 minutes left in the third quarter, you guys were down big. You guys were down 56-32, timeout. You were grilling your team on the sideline. What were you telling them to try to get them back in this game?
I guess that's like not a perk of having any fans. You can probably hear every word from wherever you are in the gym. Well, we practice better than what we played today. And that was kind of my message of like, we practice harder than we play. We're better than we're doing things that we never practiced before. We're getting lost from our fundamentals. We are much, much, much better than what we showed today. But again, like you have to go out there and prove it and be competitive and earn it and go and, compete. Not just show up and think that you've arrived. I guess I don't know. So once kind of obviously the game got out of hand there. There's some pride involved of are we just going to lay over and let them walk all over us, or try to compete and play with some pride and at least try to maybe take some momentum going into the next game of we're just not some pushovers.
Lindy, thank you again. Best of luck tomorrow and the rest of the season.
Thanks, Jose. I'm sorry that this was the first game you decided to come to and we laid an egg.
It's all good. No worries.